Hey, everybody. It's your host, Darren Carter, the party starter, with my boy, John DiResta.
What's up, brah?
Do you rap?
I do not rap.
I want to see you try, because you're a comedic genius. Just try to do just 2 lines. Try to rhyme this. Try to rhyme with a garbage can, and go.
My name is John DiResta. I like Twisted Sister. When you call my name, you better start with Mister.
Yo, my man, put that rap in a garbage can. I said to rhyme with garbage can. Or whatever.
I only had that one line.
I know. Wow. What if you were paying like $300 a week to do an improv class?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You kind of pitched it to me like garbage can.
It's a lot of money though. Like
I am the man. I live in a garbage can.
Let's try it again. I'll give you another one. Ready?
Okay. I see. Now we're treating it like, now I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
Instead of giving up on it.
Yeah.
Don't say no to the improv.
Yeah, and even if you just do like 4 lines, who cares, right?
Okay.
Who cares? All right,
Here we go.
Let's get another word. Let's do another word. Let's do abscess.
Oh. That's a hard word to rhyme. I just got out of the emergency room. I had a large abscess.
On your boom boom.
I had a large abscess on my boom boom boom. They took a scalpel to it, and they made some room. What's up? My name is John DiResta. I like Twisted Sister. When you say my name, you better start with Mister.
It hurts where I sit. It looks like a zit. They popped it.
Yow,
All right. Do another word. Last one. How about, I was going to say comb, or is that too...
Comb, home, loam. I got my CVS comb that I brush out my prison pussy with.
Oh, gosh, dude.
Only when I'm at home.
Home alone. Because you don't want that prison bone. What, dude? What the hell? We're starting out dirty already? Okay, let's...
No, well, that's what my dad calls it.
Oh, he does? He calls it that?
Yeah, my dad calls it.
Wow.
My dad, I Skype with my dad, and he's like, "What's with the haircut, fella?"
Oh,
the haircut looks weird.
Oh yeah. But that's a good haircut. Isn't that like traditional, like old school, like?
Well, yeah, he thinks it's too high and tight. Short on the sides.
Oh yeah.
He thinks at 57 years old, it doesn't. And then he thinks the beard looks like I said it earlier. We don't need to say it again. It's a slang term.
Yeah, for like, if they're prisoners who have little, they would like to have like, some have birds, some have bugs, some have cats, like pussy cats, It looks like the little meow. Like
yeah.
I guess.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I don't know. Why am I trying to make this podcast Disney clean? I don't even know who's... I think it's funner that way, but...
No, my dad calls it, do you speak Pig Latin?
Ude uye, ik spe atenle.
Yeah. It's isn't pray, ussy pay.
Ice nay.
Ounded pay.
Ounded pay. Oh boy, we're 2 guys from the 1970s.
Yeah,
and we're speaking. Yes. Oh, early. So the last episode that you were on, I asked you. I said you've lost all this weight. How did you do it? And people wrote in and were like, dude, he was talking about romaine lettuce. Let him finish. Like, I don't know.
I don't remember the romaine lettuce, but I do know that we would just slightly discuss that when I was 16, 17, 18, I worked at produce in Key Food. That's like Vons or Ralph's. You know what I mean?
Oh,
or
cool.
Gelson's. It's Key Food. And I worked... And my boss, P.J. O'Rourke, taught me a lot about, not the P.J. O'Rourke, a lot of people know the writer, it's the same name. I don't know, he just taught me a lot about, grapes, fruit, vegetables. So, for 35 years, I forgot about it.
Yeah.
And got fat.
Oh.
I was 260 pounds. That's my height, 260.
Wow.
In the movie How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, I tell people I had a fat suit on, and they believe me.
Dude.
Big double chin. Everything.
You weighed 260 at your highest, you think?
I would say 255, 260.
Yeah.
I opened up an old notebook the other day, and it was from 18 years ago, and it said 253 and a half pounds, must lose weight. And today I was 186.
Dude, you've gone down 3 pounds since last week.
Yeah.
That's good. And how are you doing? Maybe that's where it comes in romaine. Like you're eating more salads.
I try not to eat junk food at all because I'm always on the road during the day with the woodworking and the stand-up. But when I go through junk food, I try and just get a diet drink. You know what I mean? I try and... McDonald's used to have a salad. I don't know if you know that.
Probably wouldn't eat this.
No, it was good.
Was it good?
It was better than getting a double cheeseburger or a Big Mac. You know,
true.
all that. You know what I mean?
Who has good salads? Chick-fil-A. Have you had a Chick-fil-A salad?
Well, I don't think there's any. Is there one in the Valley? I can't find one. Where?
Oh, there's one in Burbank. If on your way on Olive Avenue, there's one in Burbank.
By the Costco?
No. The other side, more towards like the Tonight Show, Warner Brothers.
Oh,
like that
okay,
area.
got it. Okay,
Yeah, by Whole Foods.
Alameda.
Right by Whole Foods. Yeah, Alameda Olive.
We both did the Tonight Show,
dude. And segue.
Yeah,
yeah. But that salad's good though. I get the Southwestern salad. It's
okay,
so
no,
good.
I do like Chick-fil-A.
And, it's really good, man.
Okay.
Can we do some dates out the gate? Dates out the gate, guys. Go to. Click that link on my Instagram or even the description here if you're watching this on YouTube or whatever, and you'll see us. I don't know when I'm uploading this. Hopefully, I'll upload it soon because DiResta and I will be performing in Simi Valley on Wednesday, which is probably when you're hearing this. So tonight we will be there, but you're probably going to hear this after tonight. So June 24th, Friday, June 24th, I believe is the date. We will be at Flappers.
Yeah,
in
that'll
Burbank.
be fun.
Burbank, Flappers, June 24th.
With Mike Black.
Mike Black, attack.
I told you the last time I saw him.
No.
Oh, it was like 13 or 14 years ago. We both had an audition on Wilshire, La Brea and Wilshire. And I was excited, you you park 2 or 3 blocks away because you can't park close. And he got out of his car and I got out and he was walking around. And I was like, yay, it's good to see you. I got an audition. Eyes down, like he didn't even.
Oh wow! What if that was really Mike Black? Maybe.
Yeah.
You guys could talk about it. We'll bring it up on the podcast. If you
Yeah.
want. He's great, man. That guy's so funny.
No, I know he's funny, but it was. I'm pretty sure it was more like, I have no time to say hello. I got
a job to do.
Got a job to do. Yeah.
Which they do. Like it's funny how different. I remember I'd have my acting coach be like, you guys can, chop it up and say hi and grab ass after the audition because these are life-changing auditions.
Right. You know when that happened to me? Do you watch Pardon the Interruption?
No.
It's on ESPN. So they did a sitcom about Tony Kornheiser. He's on ESPN, and he's a little bit older. He's not the most attractive man. So the theme of the sitcom was this guy who, made it, quote unquote, in on ESPN in the sports business that wasn't traditionally handsome. And just by coincidence, we went to the same high school in Long Island. So it was down to the lead in a sitcom on ABC, and even the pilot would pay $75 or $100,000. Like you said, this is life-changing stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine if it goes. And it was between John DiResta, Larry Miller, and the poor gentleman that just passed away, Bob Saget. And here I am on the audition, and I says to Larry Miller, who I never met, hey, you're from Valley Stream. I'm from Woodmere. That's the next town over. And he was nice enough to go, I really don't care. I have a very important job here. I really don't care. And I kind of took it as like, he was like, hey, I thought we were friends. We're comedians. But he's right. Who cares? What are you going to reminisce about Long Island when you're about to go in?
Yeah.
But then Bob Saget couldn't have been friendlier. He goes out of his way to make people feel comfortable because, a lot of people probably on a daily basis, it's you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has that amount of fame.
Yeah.
And that happened to me once. I told you that happened to me once on an elevator with Robbie Robinson of the band.
Oh, yeah, I know the band.
Yeah. They did the movie, The Last Waltz.
Yeah, they have a lot of great songs. And so what happened? You're on an elevator.
And I was like, I got starstruck really bad.
Was it just the two of you?
Just the two of us.
Oh, wow.
And I said, you're really famous.
You said that?
Yeah. And he went, I guess. And the door opened, and as he walked out, he just laughed at me. It's the only time that ever really happened.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Where was this elevator?
I'll tell you exactly where. Right where the Whiskey A Go-Go is. You crossed the street was the Viper Room, and behind the Viper Room was the Wyndham Bellage Hotel. And when you're a New York City transit cop that has a sitcom deal and you have to fly out every couple of days to meet the showrunner or the production company, you got to meet a few people that are going to eventually ruin your sitcom, but you don't know that yet. They would fly me or my wife and myself and we would stay at the Wyndham Bellage. And I was on the elevator with him, and I got starstruck. And then I was on the elevator with a professional basketball player who's so tall that I was eye to eye with his buttocks.
Wow. At least
real.
At least he turned around for you.
For real.
Yeah.
It was
wow.
It was Charles Barkley.
Wow.
And baby got back.
Wow.
Not only is he tall, he has a
I wonder if he
has a well-rounded.
Yeah.
So does Matthew McConaughey.
I wonder if he has to hunch over like in the elevator.
He was as tall as could be.
Wow.
These guys are really tall.
Okay, let's plug some more dates. Dates out the gate. So we got that in Burbank, and also I'll be coming to Texas in July. So come to Texas in July. San Antonio at the end of July. San Antonio.
The Riverwalk, or is it a new club?
No, I'm doing this place called it's a new club. It's called the Upstage Lounge, I believe, and that's on a Friday, Saturday. But on the Thursday, I'm doing Canyon Lake in New Braunfels. Shout out to the Miguel Romero for teaching me how to pronounce it. It's called New Braunfels. I kept saying it wrong, but yeah.
I got woken up once.
And also, real quick, I'll be at Naples, Florida in August. Come out to...
What's the name of that place?
Off the Hook Comedy Club.
Oh, yeah. Is that a Friday, Saturday?
That one I'm doing a Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe. Tuesday, Wednesday. Hook. But these are like the ones I really... Well, I mean, I love... listen, we want to sell tickets. We want to show people that we matter. So please,
all right.
Get a ticket,
I'm at the Laugh Factory in Las Vegas.
Beautiful.
June 12, 13, and 14.
Dude, that's great. That's great. That's a perfect amount of time. It's 3 nights. It's great. By the way, if you guys like what we're doing, if you're at a show, get one of these Party Starter shirts. And guess what I'll give you? A special fan. You guys are getting a sticker. You see me? Boom. You're getting some Pocket Party podcast stickers. Look at that on your wall, which you've turned into wallpaper. So...
Yeah, I'm putting this on silent. My phone's blowing up.
It's blowing up. This is a good luck podcast.
All right. Yeah, so...
I think you just took a photo of your...
of my baby maker. Thank you.
Hey, what was it like being... I know you've done television and movies, and a lot of people might ask you, what's it like working with De Niro? I don't care about that right now. Right now...
Okay.
I mean, not that I don't care. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm more interested in that grocery store job.
I worked produce, and I went on duty at 4 o'clock. I worked 4 to 9.
And now you can tell people I was a producer.
No, and I
worked produce, but yeah.
I watched this, and no one will ever tell you this. No Hollywood writer could write this. Since I went on duty at I think it was 4 o'clock to 9. So for the last half hour before I walked over...
4 a.m. to 9 a.m.?
No, 4 p.m. to 9
p.m. Okay.
You know, after high school, after football practice. So for the last 15 or 20 minutes before I got to pick up and walk to Key Food, and this is like 1979, 80, 81, I would watch TV. And we only had 3 channels then. We didn't have cable. So guess what I got hooked on?
Gilligan's Island.
A
soap opera?
Soap opera.
All My Children?
Yeah, for years.
All My Children?
No, it was one of those. If you Young and the Restless, I got hooked on for years. Young and the Restless.
Wow.
And even now, 35 or 40, 41 years later, or 50 years later, no, it's about 40 years later, some of the same characters are still on that show, if I catch it. Yeah. Yeah.
John DiResta, it drives him senseless. He was hooked on the Young and Restless.
Oh, there you go.
See, but a real rapper would just keep going on, but I that's all I got.
And I don't know. I know this is a pretty family-friendly show, but there was a drug at the time called Mescaline. It was acid, but it made you giddy and laugh. It's really weird. Like I know that people eat mescal or eat the worm. That might have something to do with that in tequila. But this was a little drug, purple dot, and I would eat it before I went on duty. And I would have the greatest, funnest time dealing with not just the fruit and vegetables, but a few coworkers would all come back to the produce area on their break, and we were all heavy metal fans. We would talk about Judas Priest and Twisted Sister and Van Halen, but there was really nice looking housewives. You know, Long Island housewives that would come in, and I was 16 or 17. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were 28, like 29 or 30.
Oh, that's so cool. You're the guy that's in charge. Like, hey, what do
I had a schmuck on.
What? Oh, yeah, exactly.
Not just a schmuck. This is why they were nice to me. It took me 100 years to learn this. You know how right now when you buy oranges or apples, they weigh them at the register?
Yeah.
You didn't do that then. I was the guy that weighed them.
Oh.
So I was the guy that had to put like a thing of green grapes and put 69 a pound, and a sticker would come out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a sticker. You had to hand write it. You had to write, 69 cents or $1.15.
Yeah.
And it wind up that a lot of them would be flirtatious.
Oh, so you'd kind of...
Yeah. So all of a sudden, instead of $1.50 for apples, it would be 60 cents.
Oh, dude,
Pound
that's
it.
Great.
Yeah.
What were bananas?
Who's the asshole now?
Yeah. Hey, I got it. Let's both turn to the camera on the count when I count down. We'll say that phrase.
Okay.
3, 2. Who's the asshole now?
Thank you. Produce.
What were bananas?
Key food.
Any idea what bananas were?
I don't remember any of the prices, but I do know this.
Yeah.
There was a local gardener. In Long Island, the gardeners are the Italian guys. All Italian. Every Italian family is like the gardener. Big business, big trucks, 6 or 7 guys on each truck. And there was a local gentleman that would buy all kinds of fruit for the week. You know what I'm saying? So I had to weigh 15 or 20 different things of fruit. You ever go to a fruit market here in LA and there's an Armenian woman in front of you?
Yep.
And she's got 15 baskets full. You're like, how can you even eat this much? He would do that. He would badger me to lower the price.
Oh.
He was a schnurrer. He knew that. He came when I was there.
I'm buying all this stuff. Can you, lower it?
Oh, totally. Please.
Okay, I just Googled bananas price inflation. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wait. I got to go to this other website. I thought it was going to be right there.
Back then, 19 cents a pound. Now, $2.99 a pound.
Let's see. Oh, this is like an inflation thing. I don't even know how to do this, dude. Oh, wait. 64 cents? No, that's current day. I don't even know, dude. This is like this is too many numbers and percentages. This is like...
Woof.
I know. Let's go to another website. I remember... what is it now? I don't even know what it is now.
I don't know.
I remember when it was 59 cents
Guess
a
what?
pound.
I know how bananas are.
How?
They're 69 cents each or 2 for $1 at 7-Eleven.
Oh, here we go.
Have you ever been tried to upsell by the guy behind the counter?
No, you buy bananas at 7-Eleven?
Yeah. Dude, I buy all my fruit at Home Depot in the parking lot, for real.
34 cents. In 1980, it was 34 cents.
What is it now?
Right now, it is, according to this, 64 cents.
Well, that's not so bad. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's not so bad.
That's like gas. $1 a gallon would be $2 a gallon.
Yeah.
But that ain't the price.
I just wanted to work at a grocery store, like when I was a teenager, I went to this place called Alpha Beta. I tried to get a job. I went to Country Boy and they both turned me down. Then I ended up getting a job at Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. See, I worked at Key Food and I had a great time. And not only did I have my own little back area that all the guys, when they took breaks from dairy and the regular, they all came back to my area because I was the boss. PJ, the Irish guy, would go home at 4 and leave me in charge of produce. And I'm 16 or 17, high on acid and mescaline. And so not only did the guys come and hang out with me, but Larry Mafucci, that's his real name.
Italian?
I would have to think so.
Yeah.
Larry Mafucci would come back with a huge Italian bread. And he would go into the deli aisle and just take ham, bologna, and then he made these sandwiches that were like this thick.
Wow.
With meat. Hold on.
Yeah.
And then Marie's, I don't know if you guys have Marie's dressing. It was refrigerated in the produce.
Oh, that sounds great.
And he would put Marie's Thousand Island.
Ooh.
Little did I know you could put Thousand Island on dog feces and it would taste good.
Yeah.
But this sandwich, and then he would cut each one. Each one of us got like a 12-inch piece.
Oh, that's cool.
It was awesome.
Dude, lately...
It was free.
Lately, I've been... I know that
I'm a schnurrer.
That even makes it better.
I'm a schnurrer.
Lately, I've been having sandwiches. My wife and I have been making sandwiches and using... You know what it is? Like, not only like avocado kind of pimps... let me pimp that burger. Like, avocado kind of makes the sandwich better. And lately, we've been finding... I love artichoke hearts.
Oh, you like? So do I.
Artichoke hearts, and they're like seasoned already in the
Yeah,
jar.
oh, yeah,
and you put them on there. Artichoke hearts, some avocado, and lately I've been adding sauerkraut.
Wow.
Do you like sauerkraut?
I love. I discovered sauerkraut, and where I went to. I might have
It's
told
good for you, by the way. It's good for your gut health.
When I grew up, I never ate sauerkraut, and we would graduate 6th grade, and then 7th grade, you went to junior high school. So 6th grade was a big deal.
Yeah.
So we had graduation parties in 6th grade. And at a 6th grade graduation party, I discovered sauerkraut. And the next 8 or 10 Friday, Saturdays were these graduation, at certain houses, all around Long Island. And I ate it by the fistful. I love sauerkraut.
Yeah, it's so good, right?
Do you ever try it? For a very short time out here, Burger King sold hot dogs.
Oh.
And you asked for sauerkraut? I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Dude, you're
What
right.
are you saying?
Yeah, you're right. We went to this grocery store in Glendale, and they have like a variety of everything. Like you want one kind of bread, there's like 50 different types of breads. I mean, this is like an elaborate grocery store. It's amazing. And the same thing, I said, where is the sauerkraut? And they were like, so eventually
They don't even know what word. They don't know the word.
And I said, it's something you put on hot dogs. Imagine that thing. And you guy was like, onions? I was like, no. And then I showed him a picture and he goes, oh, yeah. And so they showed me where it was. And
No, my daughter
good.
eats it right out of the can. She doesn't even heat it up.
It's so good for your stomach. It's supposed to be like the good gut health.
Well, speaking of avocados.
And you didn't have that growing up, I bet.
Not at all, dude. In Long Island?
The first time I went to the East Coast, and I got we were trying to communicate with each other. Like the guy making my sandwich, he's like, "You want a hoagie?" And I didn't know what that was. I never heard the word hoagie. And then
Your mom's a hoagie.
Exactly. I didn't know what hoagie was. And then I said, and then it's like it's like a submarine sandwich. He said submarine.
Yeah, hero.
Yeah, he called it something like that. And then eventually we kind of know. Okay, this is what I would like. And I said, "Do you have avocado?" And he's like, "What?" And I was like, it's green. And
No, not at all.
Yeah, they
we
didn't
didn't
know.
even sell them in produce. It's funny that you have that. But I just delivered a table up Beechwood Canyon. So you see the Hollywood sign. You see all the tourists hopping out of their car, taking photos from all around the world because the Hollywood sign's right up behind you. And it was a hard carry. I delivered these big tables like this.
Yeah.
And it was upstairs because it was in the Hollywood Hills.
How many people help you?
So it's just me and one gentleman named Eloy. I never met anyone named Eloy. And we had to take, because the tabletop was like a butcher block.
Yeah.
So we had to take okay, there's a break now. Break. 6 feet break.
Yeah.
And we're going upstairs, and I can't see the stairs.
And it's hard because you're taking an
angle, and dude, I can't see the stairs. I'm afraid to break an ankle.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I over-delivered. I made a fantastic table, and I said tips are included. I mean, tips are accepted, but they're optional. You don't have to tip. But I'm from Long Island, so I have to remind people that tips are accepted.
By the way, on that note, real quick, can I say something? I did a show, and this lady goes, I don't know if I have enough money for to buy a T-shirt. She goes, I go, donation for the stickers. And she goes, what's your Venmo? And I gave her a bunch of stickers because who Venmos? You're thinking it's and she Venmoed me $1.
Nice.
Which is, listen, it was good, but I thought it was gonna be more.
Well, watch this. This woman, as I went to leave, and she knew it was a tough carry, and I was out of breath, and I'm 57 years old, and this is only 2 days ago, and she said, "Hold on, I got your tip." And she, hey, she's reaching for a pocket.
Yeah,
she's got two 20s ready, a 50, a hunch.
Yeah.
Or Sheboygan.
3, 2. Who's the asshole now? I'm learning.
And she reaches and hands me a bag. It's
Ooh,
right there on.
I like the bag.
It's right there. It's filled with avocados and lemons. It's right over my shoulder. It's on the toaster oven.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
That's
it's
cool,
avocados and lemons.
That's kind of cool.
Sheboygan would have been nice.
Hey, avocados are good though because if I've seen places where avocado farms they use barbed wire to protect the farms, and it's a felony, I believe, if you steal avocados. So that's pretty powerful
because they're expensive now.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I should eat them. I
like my women like I like my avocados, the good fat.
Woof. Nice.
Give me one. I like my women like I like my.
Sauerkraut
all over my wiener.
Oh, girl.
Give me one more. I like my women like I like my
green grapes.
Girl. easy to freeze.
Yo, that's where I learned
Nice
how
and
to.
sweet.
We used to freeze grapes.
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
you eat them, and it's like a little ice cream.
It is,
Yeah,
right?
that's funny.
It is.
You're the only person on earth. Oh, jeez.
You know what? Listen, my wife's an Armenian farmer. You know, I call her my little Farmenian, and she's the one that taught me that. You take the grapes, you freeze them. It's like little ice cream. Same
Yeah.
thing with bananas. You take the peel.
Bananas I never froze.
Oh yeah, you take the peel out. You peel the bananas and you put them in the freezer, and then you. Am I like weird though? Sucking on frozen bananas.
Woof.
But you lose weight though. You know, it's like, and you could chop them up, I imagine. But
Yeah, no, I've only done the grapes.
did people used to did you ever catch people stealing grapes in the grocery store? Or no big
Well,
deal.
I know
or you
this.
look the other way.
I now that I have the food shop on my own, and I don't do it that often. But when I do, I go right to produce. I get a huge bag of green grapes. I open it.
Yeah.
And that's part of the food shopping experience. Every single time.
Yeah.
I'll eat as many as humanly possible.
And then I'll ask for direction. And then I'll ask for the code to the bathroom.
And then I eat.
And they have to
then
escort you
I
sometimes.
kind of throw the bag like at the last aisle, like where you get detergent. Now there's
Dude.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm a schnurrer.
Yeah.
That's part of the shopping experience.
Yeah.
To eat as many green grapes. And I got hooked on them when I worked produce.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned it, and we're going to keep it clean. When you're rifling down 50, 70, 100 green grapes.
That you haven't rinsed off and washed. That's how you're losing weight,
10:30 at night.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Do you remember? Do you remember how many different types of apples? And do you remember the names of these apples?
No, that's a good question.
I wonder if you know how they say name that tune.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Granny Smith.
Wait, hold on. Let's have. I was going to say if you and I can.
Okay.
How many we can name?
Granny Smith,
Fuji,
Macintosh,
Honeycrisp,
Cortland, Yellow.
Gala.
Oh. I'm out.
Delicious.
Yeah, I'm out.
Dude, that was good.
Rome.
Pound it.
I win. Who's the asshole
So
now? Rome.
Rome.
Do you ever have a Rome apple?
No. Did you make that up?
No, it's a real thing.
Wow.
Google it up.
My favorite though is Honeycrisp.
Honeycrisp?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite is Fuji.
I like the Gala. Gala. The one that
Do you know about a Cortland?
No.
The yellow?
No.
Maybe they don't have them out here.
No, I know about yellow, but I just call them yellow apples.
Did you ever go apple picking?
No, I
that
never
was
have.
the thing in Long Island, dude. Everybody, at least once in their life, you loaded the station wagon, the minivan, the Volkswagen van,
Yeah.
and you drove through New York City, and you drove to like Orange County or upstate New York, Greene County, and you went apple picking, and you came home with 3 or 4 bags of apples.
I've heard a lot of dates do that, right? Like people are like, yeah, my girl had me go.
Yeah. I've done it a few times. I did it with my dad. Are you Googling a Rome apple?
No, I'm gonna Google this other thing. So let's see. I'm looking up avocado crime.
Well, I'm going to lock my door tonight.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
People now know I got avocados, like the housewives.
Oh wow,
They know they have jewelry.
Mexico's produce industry has taken another hit from the cartel violence as tens of millions of dollars worth of peaches are set to be lost after farmers abandon their fields. The cartel violence. Wow.
The first time, not to overshare, but the first time I
please.
went to a prostitute, her name was Peaches,
Hello, peaches.
in case you're curious. And when we got done, it was in Coney Island behind a dumpster, 1981. We drove from Long Island, me and Jairo Gomez, and it cost me $5 and a large Coke, no ice. This is a true story. And when we got done, it was so nice that I kind of grabbed Peaches. It was very romantic. It was behind the dumpster at Coney Island,
Yeah.
completely burnt out.
Was she a
stray dogs?
What kind of peach? Was it a clean peach?
Don't rush the story. I just said, that was really nice. I just said, I want to thank you, Peaches. And Peaches said, call me by my God-given name, Derek.
And that's
Hey-o.
that's when the crowd booed me at the Tom Likas concert.
Hold on.
No, oh, that's a different joke.
No, that was a different joke. And I got a little skeeved out because, so this person is telling me their name is Derek. And guess what Derek/Peaches said? It's okay, man. I identify as a woman.
Right on.
You get it?
Yeah.
That made it okay.
Yeah.
That's like Peaches was woke.
You could have been Herb.
What do you mean?
It could have been Peaches and Herb.
Peaches and Herb. Oh,
and you guys could be like reunited.
And it feels so good.
It feels so good. My name's Derek.
Yeah. Peaches and Herb.
Oh gosh! Please don't use that. Hey, I got something. This is off the wall. I was looking at some of my old notes from it's funny, like, when speaking of farming and produce, when you're growing a tree, you want to tie it so it grows straight up, and it doesn't, because once it starts leaning, it starts growing in a different direction.
Okay.
Just like with raising children, or
I never thought of it though. I didn't know that.
Good habits or bad habits. And somewhere along the way, I stopped doing this on the podcast. I used to say, like, what are 3 things that made you happy this week? And I mainly did it during the darkest days of the pandemic.
Right.
I knew a lot of people were bummed out, and they just, we weren't living our regular lives. And it was kind of nice. It was like a good exercise just to think, like, what's something that made me happy, like, this week? And I would just name like 3 things. So then I started having the guest, and we would go back and forth or something.
Okay.
And I'm going to go first, if you don't mind. Can we do this?
Go ahead.
Okay, because I was thinking I already wrote
I don't say no to the improv.
I was going to say I already wrote my 3, so it's kind of like I have, you know what I mean?
You knew already.
Yeah, I already knew. So it's like, it'd be hard, right? Like if someone's like springing something on you, quick, what makes you happy?
No, it's all right.
In fact, even during, it was actually pretty funny. One of the guests, Jason Andors, go back and watch that episode. It's hilarious. He was just like, he hadn't worked in 8 months. He was like, he had no gigs, just like all of us. But he was like, dude, what's made me happy? He's like, he goes, and it was as simple as he bought a new toilet scrubber. He could,
Woof.
Yeah.
No, mine might be a little bit more high stakes than that.
Yeah, high stakes. Yeah. All right. So I'll say one of the things that made me really happy, and this was my son and his 8th grade class. They went to Universal Studios, and so while they were at Universal Studios, I had booked out that day because I thought, my wife, we all thought we were going to go also, but it was, we were only going to be able to go for a couple hours,
Right.
And then they kick all the parents out. So my wife was like, well, let's do a date night. So we ended up going. I'm telling you, this made me so happy. I don't know why. It's so simple, but we went. We found a great Chinese restaurant. I hadn't had Chinese food in a long time, and it was just a wonderful experience, great memory, and just nice, dude. I dressed up. I wore like
wow.
I wore like nicer shoes, nice shirt. Actually, my nice shirt was a shirt that was given to me by a fan, and it's a black shirt, long sleeve. But it's really cool. It's an Elvis shirt. Like it has like Elvis's it's his photos or his paintings,
wow.
of Elvis, and it says like Heartbreak Hotel. It's very Elvis Presley. But you wouldn't know it if you roll the sleeves up. And also I had a vest on. I had my North Face vest. So the waitress
thought you were an out of work magician.
No, she saw the glasses, I guess, and the vest that said North Face and this black dress shirt. And then I take off the thing, and it's so over the top gaudy. It looks like something you'd find at a yard sale or Vegas or something.
Right.
She actually burst out laughing. She goes, "Whoa!" She goes, "I thought you were a Silicon Valley computer programmer." But meanwhile,
now you're a comedian.
Yeah, now I look like a degenerate gambler or an Elvis fan. I don't know what she thought, but
Elvis invoker.
Yeah.
Do you know what an Elvis invoker
what's
is?
That?
They don't impersonate; they invoke his spirit.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're an Elvis invoker.
Wow, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We're going to be doing the rest of the podcast.
Elvis Presley collected police department patches, and right now in Graceland, there's about 100 of them in a frame.
Yeah.
And one of them is the New York City Transit Police.
Wow, that's cool.
That's deep.
That is deep. You're like, I'm part of that. There's a connection.
Elvis knew me.
Yeah.
You know who knew me?
Who?
James Gandolfini, Tony Soprano.
Oh, wow.
He knew who I was.
He did?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
A friend of I have the email printed out. I just found some old notebooks.
That's cool.
And it said, hey, Terry, if you see James this week, which he was gonna, I said, ask him if he knows who I am. And he got back within 20 minutes. He said, yes, he knows you. He remembers reading about you in the New York Times.
Wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
Thank you.
You know what that
Tony Soprano.
You know what that reminds me? I got an email through Facebook once from T.J. Miller, and T.J. Miller told me that Mark Wahlberg that I'm his favorite comedian. One of his favorate comedians.
Nice.
And he goes, I swear, he goes, God is my honor on this day, Monday, and he said the date, blah 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 blah, because apparently somebody goes, they were talking about comedy. Who's your favorite comedian? And he said, what's that guy? And they go, Darren Carter. And he said his crew behind him was like, yep, Darren Carter. And Lavelle Crawford was the other comedian. So that tells me he must have saw me on Comic View BET.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, 2 nights ago, I had a dream about Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. And De Niro knew who I was from the time we worked together. And Al Pacino looked at De Niro and said, what is this gentleman doing in our green room? I don't know him. And Robert De Niro said, he's good. He's with me. He's a good guy.
Oh.
And as long as I got the vouch, that's a true story. And then
I thought you said that was in a dream.
It was in a dream, but I'm saying the dream was true. In other words, the story about me I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're confusing me.
Yeah.
And then last night, I just remembered I had a dream about Sebastian Maniscalco, that he kind of came up to me and shook my hand and said, you're doing the right thing. Hang in there.
Oh, that's good.
That was last night.
Aren't you embarrassed? Yeah, he's good. So that was one of the things that made me happy, Chinese food. And and I overheard somebody, I said, because I ordered, I Googled healthy Chinese dishes. So I got one healthy Chinese dish, which was lo mein. No. What is it? What is it? Not lo mein. It was...
I can't stand lo mein.
No, it was mugu gai pan. Mugu gai pan. Which is chicken, vegetables, rice. And then the other, I act like it's another language. Mugu gai pan. It's chicken, vegetables, rice. Panda Express. But so I got and then I ordered orange chicken.
Yeah, I like orange chicken.
But I overheard the waitress tell another table later. She goes, because whatever they ordered, she goes, oh yeah, that's like the adult version of orange chicken. And I was sitting there going, what? Adult? So then I had to ask her, what's the adult version of orange chicken? And it was, I think it was called, I want to say dragon chicken.
Oh, I never heard of that.
It was just prepared differently.
I do know that I like Panda Express. The only thing about it, though, is everything tastes like it was cooked 24 hours ago. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I go to Chinese Delight right down the block, and I just get a large wonton and an extra white rice.
Is it really cheap there?
No, it's just, it's not one of those. There's a few in LA that say $1 Chinese food. You ever stop at those?
Oh, dude, I was just going to say.
Yeah, I don't go to those.
There's one that's not too far.
$1 Chinese food. Thank you.
There was one on Laurel Canyon near Gold's Gym back I used to go there in the 90s, right? I go to Gold's Gym, work out, and one day I go to Gold's Gym, I'm all pumped up, feeling good. I'm 24, 25, 26, got the muscles pumped. Then I went and got my $1 Chinese food. I'm talking, and then I just, I loaded up on it. And then I went and saw a movie. And dude, about 10 minutes into the movie, I felt the...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, dude, it was a discount movie. It's a bad neighborhood over there. So, at least it was back then.
There was a $1 movie back there. Remember it?
Yeah, I
saw Miss Congeniality there.
It was a great, right? Isn't that cool?
It's a $1 movie.
I mean,
and then the hot dogs were $1.
It was a $1 movie, $1 Chinese. I was like...
$1 hot dogs?
I couldn't have been happier except for that...
Oh, yeah.
And then I just,
And then you got to do a number 5.
Dude, I just sat there in the movie because I was by myself, but people commented around the theater. They were like,
the last time we went to the $1 movie, it was me and my wife down the front, and 4 or 5 really loud, young Mexican gentlemen that were not friendly.
Oh,
and they were very loud and they were very aggressive. And my wife, of course, she's from Queens, New York. She had to turn around and say, "Will you shut the?"
Oh no.
And it was like, yo, bro, you
That's
better have her shut her trap, bro.
Yeah.
And I was a cop for 12 years.
And how can you enjoy a movie after that?
You can't enjoy it when you think the back of your skull is going to be blown apart.
Yeah.
With a 9mm.
Yeah. Right.
For real.
I know.
I was going to say, I was a cop for 12 years.
Yeah.
And in the 3 scariest incidents in my life, that was right up there.
Dude,
couldn't enjoy it at all.
Yeah, I would have been, dude, you know what happened to me one time? I was at, speaking of Gold's Gym, there was, I remember there was this bodybuilder. What's up, guys? How you like the show so far? Pretty good, right? Kind of weird that I'm out here in the country with the chair next to me, but anyways, if you like this show and you want to help out, go to CAMEO. I do birthday shout-outs, anniversary shout-outs, or if you just want to do a donation, go to DarrenCarter.com, PayPal, or Venmo at Darren Carter Comic. Now let's get back to the show. And I was working out and somebody goes, hey, can you imitate the way they walk? And I was like, oh yeah, I can imitate that. So I was doing my little comedy walk. and a different bodybuilder saw me, and,
Oh.
and he was insecure and thought I was making fun of him. He goes, "Hey man, come here, can I talk to you a second? I saw you making fun of the way I walk. You know, I have a hip." And I was like, "No, I wasn't making fun of you. I was, he goes, no, I saw what you were doing. And I don't know if you know this. I'm an 8th degree black belt. I'm a this. And he was just like going down his
Right.
pedigree of, yeah, it was scary.
Listen,
dude.
I used to be a member
Yeah.
of that gym.
Yeah.
And these 2 or 3 guys that was like that was their full-time job. And if they weren't working out, do you remember this? They'd go out to their convertible Mercedes, and that was their office. So they would tan and work on their auditions in the car.
Yeah.
Then they'd come back in and work out. And they'd be there from 9 in the morning till 6 at night.
Oh, you used to go to that one?
Right there where there's all empty stores.
You know what?
For 25 years, they haven't built up that area.
You know who I saw there at that Gold's Gym back in the day in the 90s? Gene Simmons and his wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now watch this. I
What's
saw
her name? The lady, you know, everyone knows
Tweed.
her. Yeah. Shannon Tweed.
Tweed.
Yeah.
We went to Tybo, my wife and I, and my wife got kicked in the buttocks by Gene Simmons during the...
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And David Allen Greer used to go to Tybo, and Seal, you had to sign in with your real name. And I was behind gate. So Seal, and I saw the paperwork. Guess what Seal's real name is?
I have no idea.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Wow.
That's a dumb
3,
joke because
2.
Dice's name's fake.
Oh. And
You know that, right?
Silverstein.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm not really Darren Carter, the party starter.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just rhymes. I don't really start parties.
Boom. Chicka, chicka, chicka.
Okay, so that Chinese food made me happy. What else? You know who else worked out? Real quick before we go into what made you happy. You know who else I would see there? The guy, Bill. His name is Bill, and he was in Rambo. And he's an actor. He passed away, but he was like
Brian Dennehy?
70s. No, his name was Bill something. He was like a cowboy type of guy, a tough guy. He was in Rambo.
Not
Bill.
Brian Dennehy. He was the cop.
No,
The cop after Rambo.
I don't know. His name was Bill. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
Rambo.
Brian Dennehy was the cop, and David Caruso was in Rambo. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
And I did a pilot for ABC and Ed Burns about an Irish family from Long Island. And Brian Dennehy played my father.
Oh, maybe it was First Blood. I'm looking up names starring. Oh God, yeah, you're right. Brian Dennehy.
David Caruso was a young cop, and Stallone was in the woods.
Bill McKinney. His name was Bill McKinney.
Oh, let me see his photo.
This guy,
Oh yeah, he doesn't look familiar to me.
born in 1931.
Oof.
Do you remember this guy?
He joined SAG when it was firm.
Yeah, he was in Deliverance.
Oh, which part? What was he? One of the hillbillies?
Yeah, what's his name? Bill. Let's look up Bill McKinney Deliverance.
Mm.
Bill McKinney Deliverance.
That Deliverance had one rough scene in it, didn't it?
Yeah. By the way, guys, if you're watching this and you want to help out, hit that thanks button on YouTube or hit one of those donate buttons so we can get a producer so I don't have to keep Googling during the show. At Darren Carter Comic on Venmo and $$ Darren Carter Comic on Cash App. Yeah, he was in this movie. It's Deliverance.
Oh wow, he played one of the guys.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was a badass in that movie, but
Wow. Yeah, I'm telling you, Gold's Gym. I remember him from Gold's Gym.
oof.
Yeah,
I can't even look at him.
So that's one. So what's something that made you happy recently?
I don't know. I guess I'm happy I get to work at my workshop.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
you're like Santa. You're like Santa and the Elves.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I'm happy I get to work at the workshop. I'm happy. I did 4 or 5 sets in the last week. So I'm glad that I'm capable of still doing sets and still getting laughs and still working on the stand-up act. And I closed a big job today.
Cool.
For a woodworking gig. You want to hear how much, or should I not share that?
Hold on. Let me tell you something that made me happy.
I thought it was my time.
No, I thought we were going to go back and forth. You're sitting here.
All right, go ahead.
Dude,
Your turn.
What if mine are all simple? I like Chinese food. I like orange chicken.
Your turn.
I like. I like dreaming about De Niro. I like getting compliments from Al Pacino. Okay, hold on. Yeah, let's go back and forth like
Your turn.
puppets that sleep. So when I went hiking with my wife and son, it was we went on like the 7-mile hike, and I got to tell you, it was something really cool about you're going super high and you're getting a workout, but yeah, you're listening to like, we have Sirius XM like to go, and we have like a speaker, so you're pumping out like the 70s music, and it was just a feel good, fun like walk and family time on a Sunday. That was a cool day.
That's nice.
That was a
lot
cool
of
day.
people don't have that.
They don't, and it's I'm thankful to have it, because me growing up in a foster home and not having that traditional family life. I mean, it's just I really, really appreciate.
Oh wow, yeah. See, I just the opposite. I had a, they say comedians had to have a jacked up life to be a comedian.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I mean, a lot of jacked up stuff came later on, with wife and kids and showbiz and trying to make it and etc. and health problems. But no, I had a good upbringing.
Mom, dad, and
dad,
3 boys and 1 daughter.
Right? Yeah. And I was captain of the football team.
Dude, no way.
Yeah. This ain't day camp.
Wow.
1982.
No way.
John
Dude.
DiResta, Pat Badaro.
Did you ever have
George Ayers?
Did you ever have dreams of going to the NFL?
No, I was.
Really?
I knew it was going to end.
Captain of the football team?
No. I didn't even think of going to college football.
Oh.
Not at all. Not for 1 second. I knew that. I mean, I knew my spot. You know what I mean? It was more that I was more, and this is going to sound a little bit scumbaggish, that it was more about a leadership role than it was.
Yeah.
I had 6 sacks a game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when they said I was captain, I was surprised. So was everybody else.
Oh, wow.
But I was on the track team. I was on the football team.
What did you run in track? What event?
I did shot put.
Oh.
And watch this. I did the whole. You ever do? And then you spin, and you got to spin, and you got to put your hip into it.
Yeah.
And Doug Dubrow would just pick it up and throw it farther than me. He just threw it.
You're doing the technique.
I'm doing the whole technique. And Doug Dubrow would just pick it up and throw it farther than me. And on 9th grade, I was captain of the track team, and I didn't have any skills in track. Do you know why I was captain of the track team?
Because you were captain of the football team.
No, because that came 3 years later. I was the only guy that showed up every day. I couldn't, like football practice, you showed up every day. That's what you did. You just showed up every day.
Yeah.
And track, these guys would come Tuesday and Thursday, Friday and Monday.
Oh.
And somebody along the way said, well, John DiResta comes 5 days a week.
That's a life lesson. Guys keep showing up and you'll get stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, it's Woody Allen said about show business, 90% of it
showing up.
is just keep showing up.
Keep showing up, man. Dude, I got to tell you something. This is off topic, and then we'll get back to the happiness stuff. I was at the Comedy Store on Monday because I keep showing up. I got a spot at the Comedy Store this weekend, but on Mondays they do like paid regulars can go on. They have potlucks, friends and family. Like if you were interested, I could probably pull some strings.
Thank you.
And so I got there early, and not too early because you don't want to watch the very beginners. You want to watch here's what I saw. I saw the friends and family, and a lot of the guys that work there at the Comedy Store, like the doorman and stuff, they're comedians. Most all of them are comedians.
Right.
And I watched these guys, and one of them, and I got to remember his name. I'll learn his name, but you could see the hunger in these guys. He was funny, dude. Really funny. Lots of jokes, lots of writing. And the dude still had on his walkie-talkie and his little earpiece, like it was kind of hanging over his shoulder.
Wow.
But he was crushing.
Nice.
It was super funny, and I was like, wow, this guy wants it back. I mean, he didn't look needy. He looked like this guy's going to be somebody.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I worked as a doorman at Caroline's.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You could tell the difference between that and then the guys that are maybe they used to get spots years ago, or the women or whoever they are, the comics used to get spots, and then they're just
trying to get back in.
But they're not really. I'm not saying
any names.
No, I'm not saying that. I didn't even say that happened this time. But I'm saying I've seen that in the history of going there on a Monday. This guy was like, boom. Joke, bless you. Woo. He was so good. It was like, wow. He was a Mexican guy, and he was talking about how he loves Taco Bell. And he goes, people are like, don't you? He's like, but it's not authentic. And he's like, if I want authentic Mexican food, I'll get it at home. I like Taco Bell. It's just the way he made it was hilarious.
I had Taco Bell today.
It's great, right?
It wasn't great. It did the job.
That's what I'm saying. It's great. Like when you
there's an old joke in stand-up where you go to Taco Bell, you don't even eat it. You just take it out of the bag and throw it in the toilet.
Yeah,
Cut
dude.
out the middleman.
Oh, dude, I know, but it's so good. It is good though, and it serves its purpose. When you're in the mood for Taco Bell, it serves its purpose.
I had 3 soft tacos and a Diet Pepsi today with extra ice.
Wow, see, that's good though, man. Like,
Pound
see,
it.
I would have kept eating and gained weight, so that's why you can still do the Taco Bell thing, and
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing that made me happy, and this is a wild one, dude. This is wild. Anybody that's trying to do anything on the internet, when something goes viral, even if it's for a little while, it's amazing. I uploaded a YouTube short, and in 14 minutes, it got like 12,000 views. And then it eventually tapped out, as far as I know, at 17,000 views, all within an hour.
Was I in it?
3, 2.
Don't
Who's the
worry.
asshole now? No, you were not in it.
Okay.
No, you were not. Sorry. I wish
That's okay.
I wish you were in it, because then more people would be exposed to the podcast.
Which thing?
It was a stand-up bit. It was the I like my women like I like my, and then they yelled out grapes, and they yelled out
I saw it. Bananas.
Yeah,
I saw
and
it.
it was
good.
But it wasn't even my best one. But what it was I added those gifs. So when they say grapes, like the grapes dancing around, the bananas, and the comments were hilarious. One guy goes, "You can." Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's just read the comments. By the way, if you guys go on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, leave a review. We will read it on the air. I read it on the previous episode. You will get a shout out. You could even stick your social media or any business. I will read it on the air. So I'll be like, shout out to Frankie Leal Photography. That's what I did. I read the 3 new reviews that came in. So please do that. But dude, it was exciting, man. That made me happy. 17,000. It was like, whoa. But then it just flatlined after that. I think that's what YouTube Shorts does.
Yeah. I don't really, obviously I post things, but I don't, I try not to bean count because it'll drive you crazy.
It will. So here's some of the. It will, right? It's like here's some of the. Here's the positive ones. This was weird but entertaining. The next one, the way you said bananas, whatever. These are all positive. This one made me laugh though. Damn, bro's good at beatboxing and comedy. You're like the Swiss Army knife of people.
Yeah, there you go.
That was good.
I like that.
And then here's the weird ones. Some guy wrote, "Not very funny."
Yeah.
And what would you write if someone wrote "not very funny"?
I see that you replied.
Yeah, what would you write? And I'll tell you what I said.
I used to get hooked into that. Now I don't. I would say, guess what? 17,000 people thought it was funny. I don't care if you think it's funny.
Yeah. And
you still watched it.
Yeah, exactly. Or
what did you write?
I wrote, and you could do this as me.
I'll keep trying.
Not very funny. And then I said,
I'll keep trying.
Exactly. I kept it positive. What about this one? This is bad comedy. What would you say?
Oh, I would say you can go suck your mother's ick day.
Or here's what I said, and you can imitate me. This is bad comedy. Then I said,
thank you for watching. Yeah, you're trying to keep it light.
yeah, I'm keeping it light.
See, when I had my YouTube channel, people would say, Jimmy DiResta is got to be embarrassed that you're his brother.
Oh, yeah.
And I would get hooked in, and I would say, yeah, dude, I next time you're in the movies with Robert De Niro, Sandra Bullock twice,
Yeah.
Michael Caine twice,
Yeah.
Tonight Show, Jay Leno, next time you had your own sitcom, then I'll take your advice.
Yeah.
And you know what they would write back? You're washed up and you're fat. You did all those things 20 years ago. And then, you know what I mean?
And then what do you say?
Yeah, I know, you know.
And then so they don't
then
turn
you
around.
say, thank you, Dad.
Oh, yeah.
No, get it? Like my dad wrote it?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Thanks, Dad.
No, but I would get hooked into it.
It doesn't turn them around. They just keep going.
They
and you
just
keep
keep digging.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I always go positive. And one guy, he said that he goes, cleverly executed, although it's basically another comic's bit. You should at least give him a shout out. However, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So it was like this weird
Who's bid?
And that's what I said.
You've been doing it for 20 years.
Dude, I wrote back, because usually I would just delete it and be like, F you. So I wrote back, hey, brother, I've been doing this a long time.
You certainly have.
And then he wrote back, yeah, but you should at least give the other guy a shout out. And I wrote, what's his name? And he said, Darren Carter. And then I wrote, dude, that's me. I'm Darren Carter. And then the guy, he goes, oh, never mind, man. And he actually wrote this, I live in Portland. I'm on meth right now. Hey, whatever. And I just was like, that was funny to me. And then I deleted it. I was like, well, what's the point,
Yeah. No, you can't win.
Yeah, you can't win.
You can't win. And I'm also happy
Canadian Maple Stirrup. I love all your comments. Dude, every time you watch the podcast, you timestamp. I don't know how people do that, but you do it great. You'll go, whatever we say, you'll go 1503, and then people can just click right there. That's great. Thank you. Christopher McCrae, want to give you a shout out. Want to give a shout out to Cindy Larson off the top of my head. And there's people I'm probably forgetting, but those are like 3 that I could think of right now. Sorry. I love you. Leave a comment, and I'll leave you a shout out next week. Thank you.
Nice.
Love you.
I'm also happy that there's 2 or 3 people, especially 2 that I've been helping to become woodworkers. They have the skills, but they just don't know.
Yeah.
So one is Hickory Homestead Creations, Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah, kind of taught Adrian some of the basics on making benches.
Yeah, how many bananas can you name?
And everybody needs a bench.
Yeah.
That's the slogan. That everyone needs a bench. Everyone needs 1 or 2 or 3 benches.
Yeah.
So she started making them, and then I also helped my friend Terry Downing. He's a mailman in North Carolina.
Nice.
And he's a woodworker.
4th thing made me happy. You, dude. You.
Whoa.
Honest to God. I didn't even, lately.
Yeah, I thought you would get to that.
You're like, why am I number 4?
Maybe I'm 3A.
Yeah, you're 3A. You're 3A. You're 3 plus. Look at that face.
Why do I make you happy?
Who's the asshole now? No, because you texted me. You go, hey, can we do the podcast, or is it? And I was just like, oh, boom, that's it. That's all I need. Sign from the universe. Let's do it. Today you go, hey, do you want to come over a little early? Dude, I was just beat. I was drained, man. I was extra tired. I actually took a nap. I took a 2-hour nap.
Dude, I could top it. I'm doing this podcast tonight, and I don't need to get too personal.
Yeah.
But I got a needle stuck.
Drink some coffee if you're not getting.
I got a needle stuck directly in my right eye, and a needle stuck directly in my left eye. A needle that they then.
Today they did this?
Today at 10 o'clock this morning.
There's no needle in your eye now.
No, it's a.
What's it for?
I have got the diabetes, and my eyes are getting jacked up, and somehow, some way, and. You can't not watch it. Your eye has to be open.
What's
the
this
needle goes
for?
into the white part of your eye.
For what? What do they
and
do?
And they put a...
What's it for? What do they do?
To keep the back of your eyes from bleeding.
What,
I don't know what's in the needle.
No, what,
It's a mix.
What do you mean your eyes they were bothering you?
When you get diabetes, it can affect your eyesight.
Yeah.
And the only way to fight it is this, you do this like once a month for X amount of months.
Oh, so you've been doing this?
I've been doing it, and it's not fun. It's not fun.
What? Okay.
And when I came home, I took a nap. I laid down at 11:30, and I woke up at 4:30.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How do you know? Here's the thing. I'm almost like trying to get so I wear glasses, contacts. As you get older, you're wearing reading glasses. How did you know you had eye problems?
I'll tell you exactly how.
Problems.
Right. No, I wear glasses too. And about a year ago, I started to see
floaters.
Floaters.
Yeah.
Black floaters.
But that's kind of normal, isn't it?
No, I mean, it depends on how big they are, and are they? If it's over here, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
If it all of a sudden is in this vision.
Oh yeah.
And I started to, it felt like I had hair hanging down in front of my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Did they say anything about, what's that other word where it's cataracts?
No, I drive a Continental. Come on. Who's the asshole now? But no, just to tell you, talk about having a rough day, a needle coming right at your eye.
I went to the dentist this morning, but that's nothing compared to yours. It was nothing.
Dude, I took a shot to each eyeball, and you have to watch it coming.
Wow. Do you wear contact lenses?
I haven't worn them in 20 years.
The first time I wore... Oh, they're better now. They're way better now.
I liked him as a stand-up comedian because you could see the audience better.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the maintenance and maintaining them.
Oh.
And the reason I wore them for about 5 years was I got them for free.
Oh.
I didn't have to pay for them.
Yeah.
My mom worked at an eye doctor.
Well, I was gonna say they're better now. Like you don't even feel them in there, and you can get disposable ones.
Look.
But it's easy though, dude. If you can get needles in your eyes, no, it's easy.
No, I could do that. I could do it.
Another shout out to Tobias Kevorzakazi. No, I'm gonna get this right. Tobias Kevorkazito. Thank you. He said, you guys are amazing, and I think John is amazing. He totally commands attention.
Oh, wow. That's nice. Thank you, Tobias.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
I side
buddy.
with Ukraine.
No, he's a Canadian. This guy's Canadian.
Same thing.
I side with Canadians. Anyways, I knew there was another person that just really, they all stand out, but thank you. I love it, man.
Yeah.
Dude, what's up with this shirt? Let me touch it. It's terry cloth. Dude, can I tell you something? I used to have something like that. Mine was an OP shirt, Ocean Pacific.
Yeah, sure. I remember OP.
I bought it at Fred Siegel, and it was like a throwback shirt. Like I was like, oh, this reminds me of like 8th grade, and I bought it, and it was about $95.
Wow.
But it felt good when I would wear it.
No, my old landlord at my shop, Nort, moved from North Hollywood to Palm Desert. So he had 50 years worth of cool old clothing, snakeskin boots.
Oh, cool.
And I grabbed this thinking that if I get an audition to be a mafia guy,
Yeah.
this is just like a kind of early 80s.
Yeah, it looks good on camera. I didn't think it would, but it does. And you're thin enough to where you could pull that off.
Thank you.
Because a lot of times black is thin.
186.
186.
How much do you weigh?
Dude, I got on the scale today.
210?
206. But I did have a lot. I had my keys in my pocket, my
Oh,
phone in my
no,
pocket.
dude, you got to weigh
I had my
yourself
shoes
naked
on.
after a urine.
Oh, yeah, no, this was none of that. This was at the boxing gym.
Oh, no, this is after a urine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know where I learned that from? Ray Romano.
Oh.
He was on some show where everyone eats.
Yeah.
Like it's an eating show, but
Yeah.
they all tell funny stories.
Yeah.
So now you got to watch people from Hollywood shoving steak down their pie hole and trying to be natural.
Yeah, as you're eating
You know what I
Taco
mean?
Bell and free grapes from the Ralphs.
Yeah. And someone brought up about weighing yourself, and Ray went, well, is it before a pee or after a pee? And everybody was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, you weigh less after the pee. Honey,
Honey.
the kids, the baby. So at 206,
Yeah.
I was in the Fat Squad in the NYPD Academy in 1986.
Yeah.
And they would weigh you, me and about 5 other people.
I don't think I really weigh 206.
You had clothing on. All right,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
give you 203.
I weigh 190. I have to weigh 199. There's no way I'm in the twos, but I keep seeing it.
I used to do a joke.
I see it, yeah.
Someone called it back the other day. I used to say I weigh 249. Because 250, I mean, that's fat. That's what I used.
Yeah.
That's a joke of mine.
That's
and dude,
good,
I once found,
Yeah.
this is a true story. I had a gig in Long Island. I lived in LA. I had a gig in Long Island, and I found a big and tall shop in Freeport, Long Island that was going out of business. And I bought 4 or 5 of these shirts that were 4X.
Whoa.
And looking back, because what we wear on stage changes.
Yeah.
And looking back, they were the most uncomfortable shirts. They were made out of not even a real material of this world. They were made of some kind of polyurethane.
Yeah. Super stiff.
And each seam literally hurt my skin. And I was so fat I had to wear them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now I'm, 186.
Dude, that's good. Okay, my wife made a smoothie. I'm gonna tonight, rather than editing this and pigging out, I'm gonna. If I'm hungry, I'll drink the smoothie.
I was just thinking the other day. I used to have a snack every single night of my life at 11 o'clock. I had Chinese PM.
Yeah.
I had Chinese food. I had ice cream. Cereal. Every night of my life. That was the 4th meal.
Yeah.
And now, not at all. I'll have this. And that's it, and I'll go to sleep. I don't even think about having the 4th meal.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I don't really... You know what I have for breakfast? Maybe I could be... I don't really have anyone to cook for me now, so I get up, and on the way to my workshop, I stop at Starbucks, and I get the oatmeal. It's $4. You ever eat the oatmeal at Starbucks?
I never have.
It's $4.
Wow.
And they put blueberries in it.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's helping my weight loss. I don't know if it's high sugar, but I'll tell you what, it does the job.
That's good.
For 4 or 5 hours, I don't have to eat.
That's great. What about getting this oatmeal package, doing it at home?
You're
like, treat myself. Starbucks, why not?
It's easy to drive through and not mix it.
Yeah.
I don't like cooking at all. I could make these tables 10 hours a day with my eyes shut, as long as I'm listening to heavy metal.
Yeah.
But when it comes to cooking, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. The few times that, my wife was either in a hospital or on vacation alone, maybe went to Florida, and I was stuck with the 3 kids when they were little.
Yeah.
3 times a day, chicken patties and French fries. 3 times a day.
Wow.
And I couldn't get the chicken patties that are pre-made
Yeah.
and the French fries or Hush Puppies.
Oh.
I couldn't get them done at the same time.
Oh.
And that was 3 times
It
a
was
day.
like timing, the timing of it.
I can't anything. I like you know what I had for breakfast today after I got the shots? I had a bowl of soup. Nice. You know, a can of soup.
What kind of soup did you go with?
It's funny you ask.
Lentil.
No,
something weird. Something normal.
No, it was
chicken
like
noodle.
No, it was like a minestrone. But it's easy.
Yeah.
And I eat it right out of the bowl. My wife forever used to say, "Why don't you put it in a bowl?" I mean, I eat it right out of the
can.
No, not out of the can, out of the pot.
Out of the pot.
Because it keeps it hot.
Oh yeah.
The bottom of it's hot.
Oh, you heated it up. I would just pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Oh no, I eat it. I eat it right out of the metal pot. Yeah. And for years, my wife would say, "You don't want to put that in a bowl. You don't want to put that in the bowl. You don't want to put it in a bowl." And I used to say, "It's my soup. Right now, I own it. I want to eat it from this hot pot. That's I prefer.
Yeah.
If I didn't prefer this, I'd put it in a bowl. But this is the way I want to eat it. I own it right now." Similar to, my wife would make pork chops and gravy, and I would rather have a dry pork chop.
Oh.
That's all. Something about gravy. I'll eat it if I have to.
Yeah.
But if I don't need it, it's a tasty pork chop. And she would say, "You don't want to put gravy on your 4 times. You don't want."
Do you like biscuits and gravy?
I'm not done with my story.
Oh, go ahead.
Story chop. I would say, finally, after the 4th time, I would say, if you need for me to put the gravy on my pork chops that I own, they're mine, they're on my plate. If you need that, I'll put it on. But I prefer not to.
Yeah.
I've told you 4 times already, I don't want the gravy on the pork chops. And you're going to ask me a 5th time. And then guess what the argument would be? I didn't ask you 4 times. I said, "No, you did." Oh. You know how I know? I was here.
I was here.
And I counted them.
We're going to do a lightning round. Lightning round. I love it. We're ready for a lightning round?
Now, what was your question about the pork chops?
No, it was about gravy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll do lightning
round.
Biscuits and gravy, yes or no?
I guess. I'm not big on it. It's from Long Island. I only like biscuits and gravy because it's a sling blade joke.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yes. Who does? Everyone loves mashed potatoes.
Who do you like better, Ginger or Marianne?
The hillbilly one. That was Marianne.
Do you prefer, in the movie Grease, good Sandy or bad Sandy?
Bad. Sexy as all get out.
What have you experienced more, pork chops or story chops?
From you, story chops. Pound it.
Yeah,
who's
baby.
the asshole now?
All right, so that's it, man. That was it. The camera shut off a little bit ago, so if you're listening, thank you. But if you want to listen and you want to see it, you can watch about a good hour and 6 minutes of this episode on YouTube.
Funny. Story chop or pork chop.
Yeah, you like how I did that?
A lot of people story chop. And do you know where I got that from?
Where?
You could watch it later, and we could talk about it next time. Dimebag Daryl, one of the greatest heavy metal guitarists that ever lived, who was unfortunately shot and killed on stage December 8th, 2004. You know that. Dimebag Daryl is on YouTube, backstage at a heavy metal club, telling the story about his first guitar he ever had that he loved, and he sold it to buy a Camaro, right? So here's his favorite guitar that he learned on. He sold it to buy a Camaro, and 15 or 20 years later, he gets a phone call from someone and says, "Your guitar is in the window of a used shop in Texas.
Wow.
Do you want me to buy it for you?" And he said, "Dude, doesn't matter. I'm not even asking the price. You buy it." But while he's telling that story, people keep opening the back door, and what floods in to the green room? Heavy metal, death music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like devil worship.
Yeah.
And it, like the 3rd time, he says, "This some bitch just keeps chopping my story up." And that's where I got that from. He was being story chopped by the door to the green room at a heavy metal club.
Is his brother Vinnie Paul?
Vinnie Paul passed away just recently, about a year ago.
When you do those gigs in Dallas, he would come to the show sometimes.
Wow.
Like, I got a photo with him.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Now watch this.
I heard he's a really cool guy. I only met him once.
I met at the swap meet once. A guy had a Pantera t-shirt, and we got talking. And I said, "Did you ever see," this is a true story, Flea market in Hollywood, total random guy, Pantera, heavy metal, I said, story chop, back room, video. And he goes, dude, that was me. I took that video. Wow. That was really cool. Wow. He was the guy interviewing, Dimebag about the lost guitar.
Pantera, you know what song I really like? Are you talking to me? Walk. Are you talking to me?
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Walk. Da-na-na-na-na. Or whatever.
Yeah.
So good. It's great. Like when you're exercising, that song will pump you up, man.
And then the next song is Effin' Hostile on the album.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then what is Cowboys from Hell? Is that an album?
That's a different album. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, now watch this. This is what a Pantera fan I am. When I was in the homeless outreach unit, we were like a precinct, but we didn't process arrests. But we were like 5 or 6 plainclothes units rolled out of this precinct. I'm going to use quotes.
Yeah.
But we didn't process arrests. But there was a front desk, just like in a precinct with, big wood. And from midnight to 8 in the morning, I was the guy that sat at that front desk in a police uniform, even though I was just a PO. I wasn't a sergeant. And guess what I would play while sitting at that front desk? Pantera on a boombox.
Wow.
I mean, that's dedication.
Dude.
Yo.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Vulgar Display of Power, that album. That has Walk on it. Did you ever see the cover when someone's getting punched in the face?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And recently they took a meme of Chris Rock being punched.
Oh, that's funny.
And they put Vulgar Display of Will Smith.
Wow, interesting. That's good, dude. I want to wrap this up, but I want to say I hope you come back next. I hope we can do it next week, and again another episode that I really enjoyed, and I hope the audience enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed, and
yeah,
guys,
dude, I always do.
If you want to help out, leave a comment below. Hit that thanks button on YouTube, and like I said, you want to hit us up. Throw us a little something. You can do that too. You guys are awesome. Thanks again for starting that party in your ear holes.
And we'll be at Flappers.
Together. Seriously. And Mike Black, if you're in Burbank, if you're out, it's going to be in the Youuuuuu room, and that room is kind of small, so it doesn't seat that many people. So I think it will sell out. I hope it does. And I also want you guys to get into it. So it's June 24th, Burbank. Show starts at 7:30. I think the doors open at 6. So make sure you get your tickets. Flappers, Burbank.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, man. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
$1.
Don't hurt nobody. Be careful.
Everybody listen to Darren Carter. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, then listen to The Pocket Party.